Hello and welcome back to the Your Absolute Mind podcast with me, Paula Sweet. Today we're about to discuss and hopefully unravel the mysteries of the law of attraction. I'm sure you've heard of it. However, if it's new to you, the most basic idea is that the law of attraction is a universal force, like the law of physics. And put simply, if you put out into the universe your wishes, your dreams, and act as if you already have it, the universe will provide you all that you wish for. Now, before I lose you, this podcast aims to provide you with some science and practical applications of the law of attraction, and I personally promise to demonstrate this in action. So stay around. As you know, I'm a therapist and owner of Your Absolute Mind mental health app. Over the years, the concept of the law of attraction has been buzzing in the air for a while and frequently surfaces in my one-to-one therapy practice. Recently, I came across an interview with Dr. Tara Swart that adds a refreshing layer to the discussion. Tara is a neuroscientist and she gives a unique blend of science and spirituality on this topic. So let's kick off with a simple foundation. The law of attraction is essentially about bringing what you desire into your life. And Tara beautifully quotes Henry Ford saying, "If you think you can or you think you can't, you're probably right." Now, this resonates deeply, suggesting our experience often mirror our internal narratives. If you're constantly surrounded by self-doubt or feeling unworthy, life might just reflect that back to you. You'll have heard people in your life say things like, "You can't think positively with a negative mindset." And it's true, we all get this. But when it comes to practicing, controlling our emotions and feelings and thinking positively, or at least not negatively more often than not, it doesn't come naturally. But Tara dives deeper, and this is where it gets really interesting. Now, she implies that it's not about some unforeseen force making judgments on our thoughts. It's our very own beliefs and thoughts that dictate our actions. Now, if you're bogged down by negativity, chances are that you're going to shy away from opportunities or knowingly hinder your own progress. It really is a demonstration of how our mindset and what we choose to surround ourselves and focus on can really shape our daily actions and ultimately our lives and our experiences. Another fascinating thing is how our emotional and our mental state manifests physically. Stress, for instance, doesn't just end at feeling anxious. It gets communicated through our body language, our facial expressions, and even our hormones, which influence how we come across to others. The research on emotional contagion is either really quite concerning or really empowering. Now, the idea is that stress generates cortisol in our body, which then begins to emanate out of our body and into those around us. Or to put it another way, if you're in a high stress environment around high stress people, their stress will come onto you and you will feel it. The psychological effect called emotional contagion gives an understanding to why you can feel bad vibes whenever you're surrounded by angry or stressed people. Now, I'm sure you felt that at some point in your life, right? So the impact of this is if you know and realize that how you feel and how you act can literally change your experience of life. You might become more mindful of the situation and your environment, and more importantly, people that you choose to spend your time around. The people that you surround yourself with are literally changing and shaping your future. Now, one thing that genuinely inspired me about Tara's approach is her melding of scientific background with spiritual beliefs. It's a testament to her journey, demonstrating that the realms of science and spirituality, often seen as opposite ends, can harmoniously intersect. Now, if you haven't seen any of Dr. Tara's work, I highly recommend that you head over to YouTube and on the internet and just learn what she has to offer, because there are some amazing insights. But don't go just yet. I did promise to demonstrate the law of attraction, or should I say, bringing into your awareness what you decide to. And I never break a promise, most of the time. But before I do, I want to ask you, have you downloaded Your Absolute Mind app from the App Store yet? I wholeheartedly believe a simple daily process of priming your mind with thought-provoking words, then a new daily meditation followed by a brief journaling habit are the foundations to you becoming mentally healthy. If you haven't checked it out yet, I'd like to introduce you to Your Absolute Mind app. It's something truly special, something that I believe can be a game changer in your mental well-being journey. If you found value in our podcast discussions, you're going to love the Your Absolute Mind app. It's available now on the Google Play Store and Apple App Store. Every single day, the app is refreshed with a brand new, powerful, inspirational quote, which then has a unique, simple meditation designed to center and inspire you, and a dedicated journaling section to reflect and document your personal growth. But that's not all. Every week, the app releases specific programs tailored to address acute mental health challenges, be it anxiety, sleep, depression, low mood, and many other concerns. So why wait? Head over and start your free trial now. Together, let's all become mentally healthy. Right, back to the podcast. So the thing that you need to know and learn how to play with is your reticular activating system, also known as your RAS. Now, you may be aware that your mind can only manage a few processes at one time because there's so much going on that your brain has to delete or at least select only the most important inputs to pay attention to. Your RAS is the part of you that allows in only what's important. So let me demonstrate this first bit as you listen to this. Now, I bet you haven't paid any attention to how your back feels right now. Perhaps noticing where you're resting or your clothes touching your back. As you really begin to pay attention to your back, you might notice some slight movement where your clothes meet your body. Maybe different sensations or different feelings. Do you feel anything? Of course you do. Interestingly enough, you weren't paying any attention to it before I mentioned it, and therefore it wasn't a part of your reality. But by simply focus on it, which means giving your RAS an instruction to notice, that becomes a part of your reality. It's the same reason why when you're talking about buying a new car and you've picked the colour, you've picked the model, you've picked everything about it, and before you buy that car, you notice it's everywhere. You see them all over the road. It's bizarre, isn't it? But this is your reticular activating system at work. It notices what you have defined as important or relevant, or what you've asked it directly to notice more of. So let's look at this example through the law of attraction lens. Let's say you'd like to attract a new partner in your life, or even a new job. Now, in order to do this correctly, you need to list all of the things that you want about a job, where it might be, what the salary might be, what the responsibility might be for the type of business, even the types of people that you'd like to work with. Really build it out so your RAS has something to look out for. The same with a partner. What you want, what height, what about the looks, what about the job, what about hobbies, what interests. Really map it all out and give your RAS something to look out for. Then it seems quite miraculous, but as long as you take consistent action along with your goals and your beliefs, you'll start to notice things to show up. There's some cool synchronicity. Some call it the law of attraction. Now, old cynical me calls it priming your mind to notice those things that are already happening around you so that you can grab onto them, take action, and bring them into your world. But remember that the important part is grabbing onto them and then taking action. So to wrap things up, our exploration today reveals that the law of attraction isn't just a mystical concept. It's deeply rooted in how we think, how we feel, and how we act. And how, like Henry Ford said, believe what we think and it can happen. Whether or not you're sold on the idea, one undeniable truth remains: our inner world shapes our outer reality. As we move ahead, let's remember to nourish our minds and our souls to all become mentally healthy. So much love, and bye for now.